Hi, Rancho del Lago 2021, and this is Cheryl Ferrari. Getting real close to the time of the year for the Day of the Dead celebrations here in Mexico. As you can see, some Katrinas over my shoulder that I have collected, as well as one that I painted. That's a really, really big deal here in Mexico. You see, they don't have Halloween as we know it from the States, but the Day of the Dead celebrations happen at the same time. And if you've ever seen the movie Coco by Disney, and if you haven't, you should, it explains a little bit about how the Day of the Dead celebrations work and why. But we're here today to talk about the homestead and to kind of bop around a little bit outside, a little bit inside, let you see what's going on, what's current. What keeps me busy during the day. If you enjoy the content I bring you, please be so kind as to subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate when people start watching my videos because someone told them it was a fun thing to watch, or an interesting or an educational, and the number of people viewing is starting to grow. So that's a good thing. So today, here's the agenda. We're going to look at the bunnies. It's breeding time again. I'm going to take a look at the turkeys and do some turkey math. I'm going to take a look at the goats and see what's been going on with them and how I've just recently had to separate them. We're in the breeding season there, and we're getting them all full of nutrition and ready for having babies. And then inside, I finally did get the incubator set up. So we are going to be hatching some duck eggs first. And a surprise, I've been putting this off for months and months and months, but I finally decided to make something from scratch at home that I've been anticipating. And when I did, I have to tell you, it's really delicious. Stick around to the end and I'll show you what it is. And I'll put the recipe in description in case you're interested. Time for bunny breeding again. This little gray daddy, let's see, she is due to have babies within the next week. This one will not be bred yet. I think she had babies a few months ago. This little one is a new one. She came to us having been a pet for someone. So she's going to get bred next. And that will be today. I'll just, as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to put her in the cage with Mr. Gray Boy. Okay, this big daddy right here, he makes big babies. This little mama down here is not, she was, her babies just got moved over to the dorm. So she gets a rest right now. This one, she has these 5 adorable little babies, and they're only, 30 days old. So they still hang in there with mama for another month. This little one right here is due to have babies within the next week. That's 2 of the 4 cage groups. Then over here we have my favorite big bunny boy. Hi, sweet boy. Hello, my sweet boy. Hi. And this little mama has 5 babies. Look at those faces. Are they not the cutest things? Oh, my God. This little one is a black one in here. She's going to be having babies next. And this little gray one, I only just took her babies out a couple of days ago and put them in the dorm. Okay, here's the dorm. 3 empty cages. These 4 little babies just got put in here. They're 8 weeks old, and they get another 4 to 6 weeks in here before they go to freezer camp. Here's another little mama that has babies that are just so cute, that are just, 8 weeks old? And these little ones here are 2 months old. Okay, so that means those are 8 weeks. These guys are only about 5 weeks old. And then we have 2 does over here that are real good girls. And they are prospective mamas. We're kind of holding them on the side in case we need to up our production, because we were recently contacted by a lady who bought several and has a specialty dog food business that spans all of Mexico. She ships overnight specialty foods for dogs that have unique dietary needs due to illnesses or afflictions of some sort. Okay, I guess this is called turkey math. When we first got babies, we got a boy and a girl. This is the girl. The boy is the one who recently died. Okay, so we found someone who was working for a neighbor who had some turkeys he was willing to sell. So we got one. And we thought, uh-oh, I think maybe we got another girl. So we went back and got another one. And we may, in fact, have gotten a third girl. We don't know yet. Turkeys take a little while before the boys start showing the boy facial stuff and the waddle and making their funny blah, blah, blah sounds. And I don't know. We're just going to wait and see. Right now, I'm getting 1 egg, probably from white girl, because the egg started before we got the other 2. 1 egg like every other day, which is not atypical when they first start laying eggs. The other 2 are a little younger than she is, so they may be laying eggs very shortly. Or maybe they're both boys, or maybe one's a girl and one's a boy. I don't know. Part of the surprises of having a farm. Everything will be revealed when it's supposed to be revealed. Right now, there was none, then there were 2, then there was 1, now there's 3. Turkey math. We have a neighbor that always saves her kitchen scraps for us and comes and hangs them on our front gate. And then these chicken scraps, some go to ducks, some go to chickens, some go to goats. Occasionally some go to rabbits. But if you live in an area where somebody has animals, check with them. See if your kitchen scraps might be something they can use. Better than just wasted food that could go to good use. I just ordered these 2, well, this is one of the 2 feeders that I attached to the fence. Put some grain in, and this little girl, and we have another one over there, have gotten their own private suite with their own hay, their own water, because they don't seem to be growing quite as fast as the general population. But because those 2 little girls are kind of shy, and these over here are kind of not shy, and they push the other little ones around. So we're giving the little ones their own Hilton suite. And over the next few months, oh, this is Horny Nicky, and he's out to get everybody. But so over the next few months, these 2 little girls have a chance to grow stronger. And you can see the other feeder. I just ordered 2 more because you can't get 8 goats' heads into 1 or 2 of these feeders. So we'll have 3 for the large side and 1 for the Hilton suite. Eventually here I want to get a hay holder also. I actually have one made by a local guy that does welding. And I'll have one made because as it is right now, we just toss the hay pats onto the ground and at least half of it gets trampled, and that's a lot of waste because that stuff's not cheap. So poco a poco, we're getting things the way we want them to be. Okay, well, we finally got this all set up. It's working. 38.3 Celsius is where we set it in the beginning, so that all of the, how many are in there? We have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 duck eggs in there, all 4 days old or newer, and those have the best chance, actually up to about 7 days sitting. They have the best chance of hatching. So this is the incubator, and in it is a little humidifier thing, and it works with a bottle of water, pumps it into there, and all that good stuff. There's a little hole right here for candling, a little hole right up here for venting, which we don't need to use either right now. And we just keep an eye on this. It automatically, there's 5 rollers in there. They automatically, every 90 minutes, slightly rotate the eggs so that they just keep going around and around. And I'll have to look it back up in the book, but I think it's like 28 days, and that's hatching time. So there are a few little adjustments that I have to make during the end part of that 28 days. And in the meantime, I just have to make sure that the temperature is right, that the humidity is right, and that I keep the little water bottle full. That's it. We'll check in with the prospective new baby ducks every couple of days, or at least a couple times a week on video. In the Homestead kitchen. Well, I tried for the first time a little experiment today on how to home make my own mayonnaise. I will tell you from the recipe I followed, this was my first attempt, and the reason it looks like this instead of mayonnaise is because the proper order is critical. Now I have to tell you that this is not wasted because it's still good if you use it in recipe, like I'm using mine with some browned hamburger, and I'll make something out of it. Okay, what did I use? I used avocado oil, I used olive oil, and I used coconut oil mixed together. I didn't want to use just olive oil because that has a very strong taste. Avocado oil and coconut oil are more expensive, so I tried to go a little bit more lightly with that. Then we have lemon juice squeezed from lemons that I had, and I had frozen. I keep one in the fridge that's active, and then I pull another one out of the freezer when I need to. It calls for a vinegar, red wine, or white, I think. But this is what I had, so I just used rice vinegar. It also calls for Dijon mustard, so I used a little bit of that. And going from this oopsie to this beautiful, rich, creamy, delicious mayonnaise is amazing if you do it in the right order. Now I have an emulsifier, this little handle guy here that has the attachment to it that you stick down in there and it blends everything up. Emulsion blender, there we go. Having a hard day. But I will say that my very first day, even though it took me 2 times, for making my own homemade mayonnaise was quite a success. Now, if you add a tablespoon of whey, W-H-E-Y, which can, like if you buy some natural yogurt in the store, it'll have some liquid on it, and you can just take a tablespoon of that liquid and put it in here. That is the whey. You can actually make your own yogurt in a crock pot and or your Instapot, and you will get whey from it's just the juice off of it. That will lengthen the shelf life or refrigerator life of your mayonnaise from 1 week or at the most, if it doesn't have the whey in it, to several weeks. And so if you can get your hands on some whey and you are making your own mayonnaise, use it. That's it for my little kitchen tips today.